All right, we are live. We are live, and I'm coming at you with five. Welcome to another episode on channel Gbutu 786. This is Gavin Richard Presents. I hope everyone is doing well wherever you are, whoever you are. Hope you're having a blessed day on this Monday after Thanksgiving. You've had your turkeys full. Of course, we'll be having turkeys again for Christmas. It's like the holidays don't stop once. Excuse me, guys. They don't really stop once they get started. Once Halloween comes, Thanksgiving is coming, and then Thanksgiving, of course, we got Christmas and then New Year's. So it's sort of back to back. Let's wait for a few more people to get in. I'm going to post a link to a couple of the articles that I have here today in the chat box right there. Okay, well, this was not the link that I was going to put up, but uh, the Chicago police chief did get fired. I actually posted this on Facebook. This isn't the link, and I can't even post it because it's 203 uh, characters long. So they only allow 200 here on YouTube when you do a chat description. But I'll post it. This is one for, I'm going to do Billy Dee Williams. There we go. And let's see here. This is another one here, of course, from Dwayne Wade, because we're going to be talking about that in no particular order. Now, most of you know are familiar with my position when I'm talking about, or in the past, when I've talked about how black men being emasculated, or especially when it comes to terms with homosexuality. Now, let me state from the outset that this video, in no way, shape, or form, is designed to attack Dwayne Wade's son, Zion, who's 12 years old and identifies as gay. This is not what the purpose of the video is. And a lot of people uh, may think that way. You can think what you want. That's not what this is about. Now, I certainly don't condone any bullying or harassment of any person, and especially a child. And no, he should not be personally attacked himself. But when you're a parent, but don't you think, well, let me start over. Okay. So let's start from the beginning and what this is about. For those that don't know, it's been in the news for a few days. Dwayne Wade took a photograph with his family. He's married to an actress by the name of Gabrielle Union. You guys know her from movies like Deliver Us from Eva, Almost Christmas, and a few others. And Dwayne Wade has two sons from a previous marriage, and I think he has a daughter as well from his relationship with Gabrielle Union. But Gabrielle Union was not married to Dwayne Wade at the time. He was married at the time he had these children. And in fact, if you remember, Dwayne Wade had a previous relationship with another woman, his wife, who fathered these children. And I know that they had a very bitter divorce battle that went on sometime. And I think he began dating Gabrielle Union around the time he was still married, officially. So yeah, his high school girlfriend was Siobhan Funchess, if I said that right. So they have he and Union had a daughter who was born via surrogate. Yeah, he has another son with his friend Asia Matoya. So long story short, you know, uh, he's had a relationship with Gabrielle Union for the last 10 years. And those that know Gabrielle Union know that we really were the ones, and by we, the black community, were the ones that have supported her just like we support Dwayne Wade. I mean, Gabrielle Union did her first major movie was a movie called Bring It On, where she played a cheerleader. Then subsequently after that, she did Two Can Play That Game and Deliver Us from Eva and The Honeymooners. And I think, I don't think she was in The Best Man. No, she wasn't in that. But She's had a very stable career. She was also in Bad Boys too, which was a breakout role for her because she got to act with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Now, let me reiterate something in this video. You guys may or may not like the things that I'm going to say in here. And you can call it homophobic, you can call it transphobic, whatever you call it, I don't give a damn. If you don't like the stuff that I say on my channel, subscribe somewhere else. If you have a comment, you disagree with me, we can live with that. That's fine. You don't like what I say, though, however, you have a problem with me speaking up with supporting traditional black family unit, supporting black masculinity, then the problem isn't me, the problem is you. Now, again, I'm not trying to attack this child, but a photograph was taken with Dwayne Wade and his entire family, including his 12-year-old son, Zion. And Zion identifies as gay. And in fact, I have seen videos of Zion where he actually was walking down a catwalk in high heels, like a girl. And in this photograph, where they're on the stairwell, Dwayne Wade, Gabrielle Union, and his son Zion and his daughter are taking a picture. And apparently, Dwayne Wade's son Zion has long fingernails and had them painted like you would see a female. Okay. Now, when you're an adult, when you're 18, and I think everyone can agree with this, you have the right to do whatever you want to do. You know, it's legal in the United States. A man can, as much as we may not like it, sodomy laws for the most for throughout this country was overturned through a case called Lawrence v. Texas. You know, people are free to have surgeries and pre-ops and so forth where they want to quote unquote change their gender, although that really doesn't change your DNA, what your DNA stands for, as well as your chromosomes. You're still, even if you identify as a male and you get that part cut off so you can be a female, you still have an XY chromosome. You can't change what's in your blood. Your genetic code is what it is. That's something that is not. It's not something you get to switch off and on, in my opinion. And that's even a medical fact. There are medical examiners who, outside of this LGBTQ agenda and propaganda that they have been forcing onto the American public for 20, 30 years, they have stood against the grain and even said, some of them have even spoken out at this, even at the threat of losing their jobs. Now, do you honestly think Dwayne Wade's son would put that on if Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union hadn't paid for him to have his long fingernails, to have them painted? No, obviously not, because it doesn't work. This kid, I don't know what he does. He may have an allowance, but still, he's 12 years old, so he's not living on his own. He lives with his mom and his stepmom, his dad and his stepmom. So again, and I'm not trying to attack the child, but I do have an issue with this being put onto children. I honestly do. I do think that there are some things, especially when it comes to sexual behavior, when we talk about sexual orientation, that should not be exposed to children. And I remember seeing videos and pictures of Gabrielle Union with uh, this young boy, Zion, where they're at a gay pride parade and he's participating in it. Now, I've never been to a pride parade, but I have seen photographs of the things that go on there. And honestly, it's something that should be, from what I've seen, and maybe there may have been some other things where they did for kids, I don't know, but it looked like it was something that was completely adult oriented and that children should not have been a part of. Men half naked twerking, you have, almost full nudity that's been going on in different cities. I think in San Francisco, they have an ordinance where you can actually have nudity, I think, on a particular day, if I'm not mistaken. And I couple all of this with with the laws that have been changed throughout this country, from the fact that you have, uh, you know, It's the law in California now. If a boy or girl identifies as the opposite gender, they have to go and use that gender's bathroom. You know, they have gender bending days in school where they've actually taught these children. There's one mother, from what I read, actually pulled her child out of school. In Illinois, they teach gay history. In the Congress, the United States Congress, Elizabeth Warren, who's running for president, who all you all support, some of you all support because she's anti-Trump and the Democrats are always against Trump, and we got to support the Democrats because we're still on that mindset. I don't know if you, and I've talked about this before. She passed or got a resolution passed through Congress, which didn't through the House of Representatives, not through the Senate yet. It was just a bill that was passed through the House of Representatives that was voted unanimously to promote reparations for LGBTQ couples from a certain period. I believe it was for 3 years, from 2012 to 2015, because during that time, so called marriage equality was not legal. So she supported that, and they passed that, and they altered the tax code. Yet when it comes to black people, we can't get anything like that. I gotta rush this video, but I'm gonna do a part two continuation on it because I have something I gotta take care of. I just got to notice. But then I did want to talk about Billy Dee Williams and what I've seen with the gender fluidity, his comments that he made. You know, Walt Disney, as many of you may or may not know, they're also part of that whole LGBT thing. So let me just end this stream and let me give you guys, come back with you guys, okay? I'll be back a little bit later. All right.